Hello and welcome to another What's Up with me, Slydal. Today we're looking at the Bat Chatillon 155-55. Apologies to anybody who is particularly fluent in French if my pronunciation is not perfect. I don't speak very good French at all. It's the Tier 9 French artillery piece and the preceder to one of the most popular arties in the game, the 55-58, which is the autoloader version. I haven't quite got as far as researching that yet. I'm about 50 or 60,000 away from having it done, but I do really like this arty because it's turreted, which means that I can aim quite quickly. Its drawbacks, however, is that it's not as hard hitting as its counterparts, as things like the GW Tiger P or the M53-55 or the 212A from the other nations. It doesn't hit as hard as that, but to compensate for that, it reloads a lot quicker. It reloads in around about 26 seconds with a 100% crew. And I've been playing this a long time now. I've got a good couple of hundred games in it, and I generally enjoy it. Like most arty, you're always subject to the random number generator more than most, but today I'm going to showcase how powerful this tank can be if the luck gods are on your side of it. I'm playing on mines, and when I start at this side of mines, I usually just roll into this position here. It's a very short distance to move, and I'm moving just kind of behind this house. It's not an arty safe position. I could be counter-batteried, and you'll see from this video I am actually also using one of the more recent mods, one called Battle Assistant, which is perfectly legal. It's a one actually that won one of Wargaming's top awards for modifications, and I've spotted some tanks coming up, and I'm going to shoot at that T-30, and look at that. Luckily for him, he's got an automatic fire extinguisher, because if he didn't have, he'd be dead instantly, which is soon after the other arty, the object, takes him out. But I did 1400 damage in one shot. Now I will admit that's particularly lucky. It's not normal to do that much. Normally this arty hits in the 400 or 500 most of the time, and you'll see quite a lot of that today. So now I've almost reloaded. The E100 stopped, so he can have a piece of this. Flight time's quite quick. You can see it's a couple of seconds. 644 on him. Already 2 shots in, I'm on over 2,000 damage. As I've said before in some of my other arty videos, when I've done the FV207 and the 105 Lef of the French tank at tier 5, I always communicate with my team a lot. I hit the reload button F8 as soon as I've fired to basically tell them I can't fire straight away. Often arty get blamed for not helping the team. Now I haven't got a very clean shot on this guy. I have a go anyway, and it does actually connect, and I do just over 400 to him as well, which is really helping my team out, because those VK4502Bs have got very powerful armour. I know that because I've got one, and I actually did the first final heavy tank mission. My first game I used this tank, blocking over 8,000 damage. Was really quite easy. Just park up and let people shoot you. If they don't hit your weak spots, it's a great tank. And he's still in the same place, but he just rolls out into cover before I fully reload. But he's coming back again, so I'll have a shot. Yep, another 370 on him. And again, straight away I'm communicating who I'm shooting and that I'm reloading. I'm having a great game, but as a team we're actually losing 3-2 at the moment. Things are not looking great, and in particular that area on the top right hand corner of the central hill in the sort of D7 area, the heavies are slugging it out at the moment a little bit, and it could go either way. I noticed that there's a mouse who's been spotted in their base. He's probably AFK, and some people would say, well, this is taking a cheap shot, shooting an AFK player when he should be shooting somebody active. But I'm not the only one doing it. As you can see, he's just died there from the Conqueror gun carriage. But also, you never know when that mouse player is going to load into the game, is going to get involved, and it's a lot easier. We can get rid of a powerful tank like that while we can. T95 is also a bit of a pain in the neck to get rid of, and he's parked up. A few seconds and then I can get a shot under him. Here it goes. Whoosh, away it goes. There it is. And another, it's a low roll, 257, but it's just chipping away at him. And you never know as well, arty using high explosive commonly damages modules and injures crew members, so that could be causing him all sorts of problems. I've decided now to really help out on that D7 area, because our IS-4 is up against it. He's being, well, it hasn't been overwhelmed, actually he's doing very well on his own, and he's getting a bit of support now from an E75. But now this is a risky shot. I have to take the shot because our IS-4 is asking for help, so I risk it, and it could have hit our own player if I'm honest. But I took a gamble because this is a pretty accurate artillery piece. You can see when it's fully aimed in, the reticule circle is pretty small. We're winning 6-5 now, but there's still just these two heavies trying to hold them up in this corner. I should say normally when I'm using arty, I often relocate after firing, and I actually haven't done it in this game because of the fact that that building I'm just behind gives me a reasonable amount of cover. Now you'll notice there that shot actually bounced, which is very rare for a high explosive shell from an artillery piece to bounce. It didn't do anything, it pinged straight off that VK4502. We're winning the game now 7-6, but again the IS-4 is asking for help. He's just taken another big hit, and that's it, he's dead. He is now getting some help. There is an FV 215B has just turned up, and this player is a good player. I have to say this, the way this 215B plays from this position on his own with only RT support, because we're losing again now, he does a fantastic job. He's side scraping, pops one at the T95, and he's moving back and forward to stop the 95 locking onto him, his weak spots easily, and then he finishes off the T95. Now I'm almost loaded. There's that 4502B, he's coming into view, and I can't quite get my shot off, but the 215B takes him out as well. Now I am aware that I can't get a clean shot to help him out, but then the Waffenträger is spotted in the background, and I'm letting my reticle get as low as I can, and I take a risky shot. I think, I've got to do something. It hit the ground, but I'm suspecting it might have splash damaged and done a little bit to him. Waffenträger can be a very powerful tank, so if I can help out there I will. I still can't see that E100, but I'm very pleased with the fact that I've done over 3,000 damage so far, although I haven't actually got any kills yet. And I can't help out our E75 against this E100 because of my position. So I'm just going to wait out and see what gets spotted and where I can help. I decided to go back and see if I can help over near their base. I'm actually looking now for arty tracer fire to see if I can counter battery anybody. Also our STB1 is approaching their base, and there you go, he's spotted an arty straight away. I happen to be almost fully aimed in on near enough the right spot.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
Perfect timing for me to finish one of them off. And again communicate straight away, I'm reloading, 27 seconds left until I'm ready to fire again. That Waffenträger now is closing down our 215B. I said earlier, the 215 player is a good player, and look at this, his textbook way to side scrape. He's actually up against an auto-loading tier 10 tank destroyer, and he's doing a great job there. If you happen to be watching this by slim chance, my friend, then hats off to you, great job. But he has now got that IS-8 pushing onto his side, and they're about to flank, and they're about to finish him off, so I've got to take a shot at the IS-8 and try and help out, and I managed to get rid of the IS-8, which means he can deal with the Waffenträger himself now. And all of a sudden you see the Waffenträger backing off. He fancied his chances, and then suddenly realises he's in a one-on-one against a good player. And we're now winning 13-8. There's just two arty left. One's just been spotted right in that far corner behind a rock, a common place for arty to hide, because of the fact that when a tank comes around the corner, they can shotgun them in the face and get a cheap kill. But I could equally get a good shot at him, a clean, easy shot. There you go, that's him taking out the game. Now at this stage I'm thinking to myself, well, where on earth's the Bat Chat 58? And then I start thinking to myself, you know what, he's a very, very mobile tank. That Bat Chat 58, the tier 10 French artillery, is very fast. And it suddenly dawns on me, and you'll see in a moment, I'm actually pre-aiming at the place where the tanks are going in case he gets spotted over there. And then I start thinking to myself, you know what, while they're all pushing towards the base, he could well have gone all the way down the one line across the island and be heading towards our base. So what I do here is I start to basically pre-aim towards our own flag, because I think to myself, if he's going to come this way towards us, I'm going to be ready to shotgun him in the face. And then he gets spotted right in the corner. He actually was right next to the Object 261, which is probably why he's already taken some damage. He's going to close down our STB, but STB shoots him first, and that is the end of that. That was my Mastery Award. I also got a Gore's medal for doing more than 10 times the hit points of my vehicle in damage, and a Confederate award, and the High Calibre award, and you'll see the reason for that, because I actually did a quite phenomenal 5,228 damage, got myself 3 kills, and that is the first time I've had the Mastery Award on that tank. I've had first class so many times and never quite managed it until that point, so I'm really pleased with that. And finally, you'll see of my 13 shots I fired, 11 connected with their target, 3 of them caused splash damage. Even after all my payments, I still came out with almost 35,000 credits profit at tier 9 with an arty piece, which aren't particularly renowned for that. I would recommend this. It's a good tank. Thank you very much. Goodbye.